I'm Val, the Soul Guard. I came across your elemental vessel and wanted to return it.
Gracious! I was wondering where Ramco and the little ones spirited that away to. Thank you. Those youngins will get an earful later, but enough about that. Welcome to Longerin, friends.
A pleasure. So where might we find the Alm of Wind?
On that subject, I have some unfortunate news. The ferry has not yet arrived to name the Alm.
Oh, then you're still waiting to see who gets the job?
Here in the Vale, we welcome the fairy with a traditional wind-dyeing ceremony, as performed by one of our wind oracles. But this year, our attempts at the ritual have been unsuccessful. There is one oracle, Careena, whose attunement to the wind element is unparalleled. At this rate, I fear that without Careena, the fairy may not come at all. Sadly, she refuses to listen to my orders anymore. No matter what I do or how soundly her parents scold her, Careena says she won't budge until she feels like it. But now that you have arrived, Sir Soul God, there may be a chance to get her to see reason. I humbly beseech you to talk to Careena.
What? Why me?
Perhaps if she is buffeted by a breath of fresh air, she may yet bend to the winds of fate. Be sure to give her a good buffeting, mind you.
You mean use the vessel to literally knock some sense into her?
Surely a precious artifact should be handled delicately.
These days, the elemental vessel is scarcely used as more than a child's plaything. I am certain that a soul god would have much better applications for such an object. Come, if the fairy is not properly welcomed, it could be the end of the Vale as we know it. Please, you must make Careena see reason.
I think I've got my work cut out for me this time.
The chief seemed genuinely worried for the fate of the Vale. Now's your time to shine, Sir Soul Guard.
Yes! Got some syrup! Yes! 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 Taking this. Got some syrup. This is kind of exciting. A rare item! Yes! This is kind of exciting. This might be useful.
Welcome! Welcome! We're having a special. Come again soon.
Taking this. Yes! Got some syrup. This is kind of exciting. A rare item! Taking this. Grizzly! Taking this.
You folks in the habit of staring at strangers? What is it? Are you selling something? Find somewhere else to hawk your wares.
Are you by any chance Careena, the Wind Oracle? I'm Hina, the Alma Fire. And this is...
Val, the Soul Guard. Nice to meet you.
What's the convoy of alms want with me? No, let me guess. The chief sent you to convince me to do the wind dine, right?
Well, yeah, actually. In Tiania, we build a ceremonial bonfire to celebrate the fairy's arrival. Longren has different traditions, though, right?
The chief thinks sending outsiders to do his dirty work is gonna make me budge. Well, he's got another thing coming. Nope, never again.
But if the fairy doesn't come, no one can be named the Alm of Wind. For the sake of Longren and the rest of the world, would you please consider performing the wind dyeing ceremony?
When someone asks a stranger for a favor, usually they have something to offer in exchange. I'll tell you what, you can find Shiryu for me. I've looked all over town already, and I gotta get off my feet for a bit.
Shiryu? I'm guessing they're a friend of yours. What do they look like?
He's dreamy, about the same age as me. Got a nice smile.
Oh, someone kind of like Val then?
Spare me, he's nowhere near as wimpy as this guy.
Gee, thanks. Well, Hina, sounds like we have a missing person to find. If Careena's already looked in town, let's try the outskirts. This is kind of exciting. A rare item! Yes! Taking this. Grizzly! Grizzly! Let me see. This might be useful. Taking this. Taking this. Got some syrup. Yes. Got some syrup. Yes! Let's rest up. You're next! This should be the last of them. Let's keep moving. Taking this. Come at me! Just one left. Just time to show them just what I'm made of. A Soul Guard's resolve never sways. You're mine! Taking this.
Here they come!
Easy! This should be the last of them. Just one easy!
Does anybody need healing?
Yes!
Hello there. Shiryu, I presume?
That's me. And you're?
Val, the Soul Guard. And this is Hina, the Alma Fire.
Oh, Val, Hina. Lovely to meet you. I'm Shiryu, a historian and keeper of tales from the Vale.
What are you doing so far outside of Longren?
Calibrating windmills, actually. The wind's been hard to predict lately, which might be a side effect of having no alm yet.
Speaking of alms, Careena said she'd help call the fairy with some wind dyeing if we found you for her.
She did, huh? I guess she came around to the idea after all.
Is the dyeing process hard or something?
Not particularly. As long as you know the steps, that is. You just capture the breeze with the cloth to bring out the colored dye. The issue is that the fairy won't come for just any old round of wind dyeing. Careena has the most skill in Longren, so she has the best chance of summoning her.
Then why is she so averse to helping?
Because Careena wants... She wants to be chosen as the Om. But all she's ever heard from the rest of the Vale is that she's wrong for the job. And yet, they keep asking her to help with the wind dying. It wouldn't surprise me if the fairy was staying away on purpose to avoid these hypocrites.
But why would Careena be a bad choice of alm?
Did she pick a fight with the elemental or something?
That's a good one. But nothing that scandalous, I promise. But it's complicated. Too complicated to bother you both with right now. Besides, I know Careena wants the Vale to prosper, just like everyone else. And it looks like your arrival might have been enough to give her that push. Anyway, I'll head back to the Vale for now. See you there. And thank you.
Got some syrup. Take this! Easy! This should be the last of them. Easy! Let's keep moving. Taking this.
I told you the more you yell at me, the less I want to have anything to do with the wind dying.
Now you're just being stubborn. Didn't you hear that the convoy from Careena has already arrived?
We can't keep wasting the alm's time with your selfishness. You're putting the whole Vale in danger with your temper tantrum.
If you want to meet the fairy so bad, then you do the ceremony. Why does it always have to be me, anyway? It's not like I have a chance at becoming the alm. Y'all made that abundantly clear. You think I'll just go along and do all the hard work for nothing?
Pouting about it won't help your case, you know.
I'm not pouting. I'm angry. After all, I just wanted to be the alm and see the world.
Honey, we know it's hard for you to accept, but it's been years since anyone in our family has been considered worthy of alm status.
Sure, your affinity to the wind element meant you had a good chance at the gig. But after what you did in the sanctum?
Fine. Criticize me all you want, but I don't regret my actions one bit, so stop lecturing me.
How irresponsible. The other wind oracles don't cause their parents this much trouble.
But if we don't push her, the fairy might not visit Longren at all. Maybe Shiryu can talk some sense into her.
This is kind of exciting. Nice! Got some syrup. Where to next? This is kind of exciting. A rare item! This might be useful.
Aha! There you are! Thanks for finding Shiryu for me.
No sweat. So you'll perform the wind dyeing ceremony now?
Did I say that? Next time, get it in writing. Besides, I have some stuff to talk to Shiryu about. Bye-bye.
Hang on. I thought you wanted a favor for a favor. We gotta call the ferry to Longren before it's too late.
Careena, don't forget. There's that old saying about the disaster that could befall our tribe if an alm isn't chosen. The wind will rage, and the winged fall flightless.
We're too old for fairy tales, Shiryu. Besides, the wind is always blowing here, and it's not like we dragon folk use our wings to fly in the first place.
Maybe the proverb isn't meant for dragon folk. Ramco has wings too, you know?
Fine. But I don't have to be the one to do it. No one in town even cares who does the wind dyeing, and I wouldn't do it even if they begged. Why bother? It's not like the fairy would ever pick me to be the alm anyway.
I have an idea. Val, why don't you do the wind dyeing instead?
Me?
Anyone is allowed to use the technique. And besides, it never hurts to have a breath of fresh air to try and bend the winds of fate.
The chief said something similar, now that you mention it.
Good luck, you'll need it. I think I'll just stay here with Shiryu if it's all the same to you.
You two do make a cute couple.
Yeah. Look, the dyeing stall is up a ways over there. Just give it a go.
Okay, it's up to me to perform the ceremony and call the ferry. Here goes nothing.
If it doesn't work for you, let me have a go.
All right, we'll take turns. Where to next? Resolve never swayed. Flee! I'll take you all on! You're one left! Command me!
Does anybody need healing? Here they come!
Easy! Take one left! Just what I need! Easy! They were nothing but hot air. Watch yourselves, everyone! Next! One left! The Soul Guard's resolve never sways. exciting. Is this? Hey!
Welcome! All our goods are high quality. Come again soon! Welcome! All our goods are high quality. Come again soon!
Yes! Got some syrup.
You are here for the wind dyeing? Forgive me, it is a complicated process. Even oracles in training have trouble with the steps.
Well, someone's gotta try. What was it? Breath of fresh air and all that?
Oh, look! Ramco has come to watch!
What's a Ramco anyway?
She's not a what? She's a sacred beast. Her ilk usually resides in the wind sanctum near the Veil. When Careena was training in the sanctum, she suffered a grave injury. Though she lost one of her wings, this sacred beast saw her safely back home. Since then, the two have been like sisters, nigh inseparable. Ramco even began to stay here in the Veil instead of returning to her home. Although, Careena has been so preoccupied with Shiryu recently that she and Ramco have become distant. Perhaps they're growing apart. Oh, please excuse my rambling. I shouldn't distract you from trying to summon the fairy for everyone in the Veil.
Yeah, sure. No pressure or anything.
You can do it, Val.
Let's see. Come wind!
That won't get you anywhere. You couldn't even swat a bug, let alone call forth a fairy.
I thought you said you were busy with Shiryu.
It's not my fault your flailing was so bad I couldn't ignore it. Even a novice could do this better than you. Thanks. It's been a while since I laughed so hard.
So, Hina, do you want to give it a go next?
Oh, can I?
Huh? But she's the alma fire. Where's the sense in that?
True, it's never been done. But I'd have quite a tale for the history books if the Alm of Fire were to call forth the fairy for the Veil of Wind this year.
Give me a break.
Oh, I see. Please allow me to try, Shiryu. I bet I can expertly harness this wind.
Hold it right there. Fine, I'll do it. As the best dyer in the Veil, I have now officially changed my mind. I'll show you how it's really done. Write that in your history books. Come, wind! Bring forth color!
Oh.
It's the fairy!
Huh?
Oh, Shiryu has been chosen as the Alm.
Congrats, Shiryu. Good job.
No,
Huh?
no, I refuse. I won't be the Alm!
But why? Being named the Alm is an honor. Why would you run away from your duty?
Hina?
I actually haven't named anyone the Alm yet.
How could he betray my trust like this?
Yeah. Shiryu was the one insisting that you had to call the fairy to keep the veil from being destroyed. Then he just ran away.
He should know better. He saw how hard I worked to be worthy. It's always been my dream, even though I knew it was hopeless. Everyone kept saying it's impossible for someone like me to be the Alm of Wind, that I can't feel the wind beneath my wings like the rest of them do, now that I've lost one of them. When I told them all that the wind still spoke to me, no one in the Vale believed it. Not the other oracles, not my parents, and certainly not the chief. They pitied me, laughed at me when I said I wouldn't give up. Only Shiryu and Ramco stuck with me. But Shiryu never understood what it meant to me. He never understood me. Well, I'm done with him. Hey, fairy!
What?
Appoint me the Alm. I'll take Shiryu's place. I'm the perfect candidate. Make me the Alm of Wind.
The decision isn't entirely up to me. I must consult with your patron elemental first. But your skill with the wind dyeing was most impressive. The wind was dancing with joy. I believe that Sylphid may accept you as the Alm if we ask.
I'll take your compliments to heart, fairy. Sounds like we've got an elemental to convince.
Where do we find this Sylphid fella?
At Mount Gala, the source of the winds. Do you and your girlfriend want to come? As the Soul Guard, it's your job to see even potential alms safely to their destination, right?
You have a point. Let's go to Mount Gala.
sorry, but I gotta find her before we head off, or I'd never forgive myself. I ignored her for so long, but if this works out and I am named the Alm, I have to say goodbye before I go. And I gotta apologize. Help me find Ramco? Where could Ramco have run off to?
Come on, Hina. Let's help Careena search.
Of course. What good is a convoy if we don't work together?
Thanks. I mean it. She's gotta be in the Vale somewhere. Let's keep looking. Ramco? I'm so sorry. I was stupid. I got so caught up in Shiryu that I neglected you. But in the end, you were the only one who understood me. I have to go and meet with Sylphid now in order to become the Alm of Wind. I guess this is goodbye. Go back to your home in the Sanctum. Farewell, my friend. This isn't the way to the Wind Sanctum, you know. You really want to come with me? Okay, let's get moving. Thanks for helping me find Ramco, but we're not done yet. I won't rest until I found Sylphid.
Don't worry. I'm here to protect you. Let's go.
I'm just glad that you and Ramco made up.